Hello, class. We are working on chapter 8 in our book of Jake Drake, Know It All. Okay, chapter 8 Dropouts. Then it was Christmas vacation. That's always been my favorite time of year. Where we live, there's almost always snow at Christmas, and there's nothing better than snow plus no school. But this vacation was different. On Christmas morning, I was waiting at the top of the stairs with Abby. Was I thinking about all the presents under the tree in the living room? No. I was thinking about magnets. And after the big Christmas dinner and after Graham and Grandpa went home, did I play with my new Lego motor kit for the rest of the afternoon? No. I dug around in Dad's workshop. I was looking for wire and pieces of iron. And it was like that all week. Every day, I did some work on my project. I read my books, I made some drawings, I used the scientific method, and I wrote things down. One day, I had Mom take me to the hardware store. We bought four big batteries. Each one was as heavy as a jar of peanut butter, a full one. We bought two of the biggest nails I had ever seen. They were about a foot long and thicker than my pointer finger. And then we went to Radio Shack and bought two big spools of thin wire. That was what my vacation was like. When I wasn't working on my project, I was thinking about it. I mean, I didn't work on it the whole week, not every second. One day I went sledding with Willie. We had a great time and we didn't talk about our projects, not even once. And I did build this amazing Lego machine, which Abby read. So even a big science fair project can't ruin Christmas, but it came pretty close. The week after vacation, Kevin went from being a know it all to a show it all. You know how I worked to keep my project a secret? Kevin worked even harder to show and tell everyone about his all the time. If kids walked past Kevin's table, he would start yelling all about his ants. And if they tried to walk away, he'd say, "And look, what else I found out." Kevin worked on a big poster at the table by the window. He just left it laying there for everyone to see. The poster was great, it really was, and it wasn't even half done. In the gym on Tuesday, Kevin lay down on the floor by the wall. He started looking at some ants with a magnifying glass. They were in a long line marching towards the door to the cafeteria. When the kids came around, he told about how he had found out the way ants smell things and how their eyes and jaws work. And Kevin bought these amazing pictures, brought these amazing pictures. He took them with a digital camera. He printed them out on the color printer during library period. He showed them to everybody. On Thursday, I was waiting in line with Willie to buy ice cream sandwiches. I said, "So, did you start your project over vacation?" He said, "Yeah, I got some done, but I'm not going to be in the science fair." And four other kids in my class, they're quitting too. I didn't understand. I said, "What do you mean?" Willie peeled back the paper and bit off a corner of his ice cream sandwich. He said, "I quit the science fair. It's too much trouble. Besides, everybody knows Kevin's going to win." I was still confused, and Willie could tell. He said, "You've seen Kevin's stuff about ants, right? It's really good. And so is Carl Burton's stuff. In my class, his project is about simple machines, but I think Kevin's is better. And then I got it. I got what Kevin had been doing all week. I said, "Don't you see, Willie? Don't you see that's what Kevin wants? He's been showing off his science project so kids like us will drop out. He set a trap, and you walked into it." Willie shrugged. "Yeah, I guess so, but what's the point? It was it wasn't any fun to work on." Willie kept squeezing the ice cream out of the middle of his ice cream sandwich so he could lick it off. I said, "But what about the Platinum 12 and the whole year of free internet? Don't you want to win that?" Willie shrugged again. "I mean, sure, that would be great, but I don't really need a new computer, and who wants to just try to beat Kevin all the time?" That made me think, and I got madder and madder at Kevin. He didn't really break any rules, but what he was doing didn't seem fair. And I got mad at Marcia because she was as bad as Kevin. All week long, she had been telling everyone about her project, too. She was going to grow, she was going to prove that she could fool grass seed into growing upside down. And then I got mad at Mr. Lenny Cordeaux. I thought it was all his fault that everyone was so upset about the science fair. Everyone was going nuts about his new computers. And then I got mad at Mrs. Carp and Mrs. Snaven and all the other grown-ups. They were the ones who let Wonky's computer store talk them into this whole idea. And when I ran out of other people to get mad at, I got mad at myself. I had turned myself into a know-it-all. I had gotten as mean as Kevin and as sneaky as Marcia. I had practically ruined Christmas so I could win a big prize. But worst of all, back when Willie wanted to be my partner, what did I do? I sent him off on his own. I threw him into the shark tank with Kevin and into the snake pit with Marcia. Willie and I could have had fun working on a project together. All Thursday afternoon, my thoughts went around and around. I got sick of the whole mess, and I decided there was only one thing to do. I was going to forget about Kevin and Marcia. I was going to forget about Mrs. Carp and Mrs. Snaven. I was going to forget about Mr. Lenny Cordeaux and his Platinum 12 computer. I was going to quit the stupid science fair too, just like my best friend Willie. Okay, that was chapter 6. Sorry, not chapter 6. That was chapter 8.